You're now watching The Wash Daily. Today in news, the story came out that the COVID-19 has caused a lot of things to stop, but one of them is not cannabis research. So over the period of time that we've been having problems with COVID-19, there's been a number of cannabis research projects that have moved forward and they've been finding a ton of things. I think there's only 5 or 6 projects that were canceled. So things are doing good. In the world of cannabis research, you know, it's been a long time coming that we can finally use cannabis in the labs to find out what it's good for, and it turns out it's pretty much good for everything. These pharmaceutical companies, they don't want you using cannabis, so be sure to use cannabis. That's all you can do. Also news today, a lot is happening in Canadian hemp. There's been a problem with Canadian hemp. They don't have enough buyers looking for it, so the price on the market of hemp biomass is going very low. But a giant cannabis company decided to buy up a lot of that hemp biomass. They have big plans for it. You know, there's a lot of aspects to hemp biomass, and it's not being properly utilized in the market. They're hardly using it for plastic at all, or as a replacement for cotton or for hempcrete. There's so much potential for hemp. Hopefully, this is signaling that the bigger agricultural companies are finally realizing the value in all of that really cheap biomass that's available in the Canadian market. Also news, hempcrete. It turns out all that hemp biomass is really good for one thing in particular, is making an alternative to the wildly destructive concrete. It causes a lot of respiratory issues for people involved in masonry or in concrete related construction. So if we can start shifting over to the hempcrete, there's a couple of reasons why that's a great thing. The first is it's carbon negative. So as you're making these plants that take away the CO2, it's reducing the amount of CO2 in the environment. And if you believe that the CO2 is a problem, then that's great news. The other thing about the hempcrete is when you're growing these plants, they are able to do what's called photoremediation. And photoremediation is a fancy Latin word that means the plants are able to take care of the earth that has planted it. So what I'm saying is, and what the studies show, is that when you grow cannabis, the soil is left in better condition than the state that it was found. So this is great news. Hopefully it'll spur a ton of cannabis farms and hemp farms in our country. There's a lot of problems with the 0.3 number, but there seems like that's becoming mitigated well. And if we can start moving towards a biodegradable product for plastic, that's tremendous news, and it is great for the planet. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.